So we were talking about the retirement of Aerosmith, and I think that you and I have gone back and forth. Should we talk about songs in this day and age, or should we talk about albums? Because a lot of people are driven by streaming playlists,
right,
and are specific to songs. You and I come from an era where the album meant everything because you didn't have a broad range of songs to listen through from an act unless you bought the full album. And then that was your bank of songs for a while, unless you're willing to buy, say, more albums out of the back catalog.
Right.
We were too poor to do that. We would usually buy the album, so the album became, you know, the most important thing that would possibly happen, and we would look forward to album releases. So in that way, we came up with the game Bottoms Up.
Yep.
Talk about albums.
Well, it was, you know, from our time frame, it was the medium, right?
Right.
You know, it was cassettes, well, vinyl.
Yeah.
When we were little, then cassettes, and then CDs came out.
Right.
So it's like, you know, there really wasn't an option.
Right.
Like if you just wanted to listen to Enter Sandman, you couldn't just couldn't download Enter Sandman. That didn't exist.
Do the old search.
Right.
Right. And even, I mean,
they had singles.
Right.
You could do that.
But it was kind of pricey.
It was.
It was not worth it.
For 2 songs.
No, right. Like you pay for basically half an album for 2 songs. You might as well buy, you know, just double the price, get all.
Unless it was like the $5.98 EP.
Right. Right. That's true too. That's also true.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, studio albums still come out. Obviously, we still talk about them. We still recommend them. We'll probably do a year in review coming up sooner than we'll know. You know, talking about album releases of this year that we liked.
Yep.
And people may have only listened to 1 or 2 songs off of those albums and those collections, but I think artists work really hard to put together a collection of songs, and even in a conceptual way, not in a full concept album, but to compile songs that match a mood or a theme that goes with that album. So I think it still is important to recognize. So here we are, we're talking about albums today, even though we talked about singles 2 weeks ago.